What's going on YouTube? I am back with another video, and in this one we are going to take an updated look at my favorite sports card pickups for the year of 2022. I believe this is like the third or fourth time I've done this this year, and every time I do this the list changes quite a bit. That's why I love doing it every quarter, maybe every 3 or 4 months, just because the list does change so much. I'm constantly pulling cards out of packs or making trades or just buying cards outright at shows. So the favorite sports card list of the year definitely changes quite a bit. So this is going to be the final look at 2022. So hopefully you guys do enjoy these videos. Again, I'm trying to bring a video every single day for the month of December leading up until Christmas. I do have another pretty interesting idea. I want to get your guys' thoughts. So if you want to let me know down in the comments if you'd be interested. So I have a bunch of boxes in my card room down here. I mean, I literally have thousands of cards that have probably been sitting here for years. So I know there has to be some pretty good cards in here worth 20, 30, 40, whatever, worth some money down here. So one of my absolute favorite products of the year, I don't know if I want to spoil it because I might actually come out with another video talking about my favorite products of the year, but as a Christmas present to myself, I really want to pick up one of my favorite products of the year. There is actually a box at Louisville Sports Cards sitting there, so it's kind of calling my name. So what I'm thinking about is just going through these boxes down here in the card room and seeing what I can come up with to either list on Instagram or eBay and see how much I can come up with by Christmas and see if I'm able to pick up that box. The box is about, I don't want to, again, I don't want to really spoil it. It's between like $400 to $500. So let me know if you guys would be interested in taking a look at the cards that I'm able to find, and then maybe another look, later on in a week or two to determine if I was able to come up with enough to buy that box. So just kind of something I was thinking about. That would probably be like a 2-part video. So let me know if you'd be interested in that. And I guess without further ado, let's go ahead and get into this list. This is going to be the top 10 favorite sports card pickups of 2022. There are, I believe, 12 cards here. So some are like a combo, and I'll get into that here, more when I talk about them. But again, these are, I could have acquired these anyway, whether it be I pulled them out of a box, whether it be I traded for them, just bought them, whatever, it doesn't matter. Just my favorite acquisitions throughout the year of 2022. So let's go ahead and get into it. And we're gonna start with a very, very recent one. So I pulled this one out of Topps Chrome Black last week, I believe like 3 days ago. And I mentioned in that video that I had actually been wanting a Ronald Acuna Jr. auto for a long time. And I've actually looked at Topps Chrome Black autos of his for previous years and just never pulled the trigger, just for whatever reason, didn't pick one up. So it was really, really cool to pull one. If you're gonna open Topps Chrome Black, outside of some of the major rookies that you're looking for, like Julio or Wander, a top vet like Acuna is definitely one that you would want. So I was very, very happy about that pull, and that is gonna make the list. And I should also mention that these aren't necessarily really in any specific order, other than some of the last couple ones are going to be my favorite pickups. But outside of that, not really in any particular order. So Ronald Acuna Jr. auto out of Topps Chrome Black to 150. And then next up, we have our Wagner Franco out of Topps Pristine. This was definitely one of my favorite products of the year. I was a big fan of this product. You get 6 encased cards per box, which I'm a huge fan of getting encased cards in boxes. I mentioned that when I did open Topps Chrome Black as well. And I actually bought the Rays in a break and was lucky enough to pull this. I didn't get an auto, unfortunately, but I did get a Wander blue out of 75, and I did go ahead and keep that one sealed in the case. And typically, from what I've seen, Topps Pristine does grade pretty well. But I don't know if I might end up grading this one down the road. But for now, I did want to keep that sealed in the case. So really, really cool in there. Love that card. And then next up, we have a Cole Anthony. This one was actually a pickup from the National. And if you guys know me and are familiar with the channel, I am a huge fan of Spectra. I absolutely love the look of the cards. Spectra, definitely one of my favorite products, up there with Select. So went ahead and picked this one up at the National. I don't remember what I picked it up for. I want to say it wasn't too crazy, maybe 75 to 100 bucks, but I'm a big fan of Cole Anthony. Like the Magic a lot. I think they have a good young team. I've talked about that many times before. I like Franz Wagner, and I'm trying to think, Franz Wagner and Suggs. So big fan of their team. Like Cole Anthony a lot. So went ahead and picked this one up. This one is out of Spectra, again numbered 299. Nice Cole Anthony RPA. Now, one of the reasons why there are more than 10 cards here is because these did come. I figured I'd just show these together. It's pretty much the same card. So these are the first cards that Net Pro has come out with in quite a while, and it was basically like a special release they did with Carlos Alcaraz. So these didn't come out of like a box or anything like that. You had to order these on their website. And I remember talking about these, that I wasn't a fan of how expensive the cards were, because these are just the base cards. They are out of 2,000. So each of these are out of 2,000, and these were basically the cheapest cards you could buy. I believe they were $44 a piece, which kind of steep. And then the autos, I mean, they sold autos and RPAs upwards of like, I can't remember exactly, but like $1,000, $2,000, which at the time I thought was insane, crazy prices. But then Carlos Alcaraz goes on to win the US Open and become the youngest world #1 of all time. And then the prices of these cards just go through the roof, which is basically, just a dream scenario for Net Pro, because if that didn't happen, these were definitely not going to be worth the prices that they were charging. But it worked out perfectly. So happy to have these, and again, kept these sealed as well, which I know some people did grade these, and I think these grade pretty well, grade pretty good as well. And I think they did increase the price pretty good if you get a PSA 10 or SGC 10 or whatever. But for now, mine are sealed. Plan on holding on to those for the long run. Again, Alcaraz is only 18, youngest world #1 of all time. So we'll see what his future holds, with some of the top guys kind of coming to the end of their career with Federer, Nadal, Djokovic. So we'll see what happens with him. And then next up, this one was a local show pickup. I picked up the Jamar Chase, another one out of Spectra. Again, one of my absolute favorite products. And I could not believe the price on this card. So this is a Jamar Chase Spectra rookie. I believe this is the marble parallel. I'm not exactly sure. There's so many parallels in Spectra, it's kind of hard to keep up with, but I believe it's marble. It is numbered 5 of 5, and I want to say I picked this one up for like $100, which for the best rookie receiver, one of the best receivers in the NFL, that just seems incredibly cheap to me. So that was a no-brainer. Picked that one up, and it's been in the collection ever since. I believe I picked this one up at a local show, maybe in like September, October, somewhere in there. So happy to have that one. And then next up, we have our Cade Cunningham auto. This one is out of Donruss Choice. So, of course, if you've been watching the channel for a while, you probably saw I pulled the 1 of 1 Cade Cunningham auto out of the National Silver Packs at the National. I did go ahead and trade that one away, and I was very happy with the trade I made. But I did also pick up another Cade Cunningham auto at the show, and I think I got it for a really good price. I can't remember exactly. I want to say it was somewhere around $200. Now, unfortunately, he is out for the remainder of the season with an injury, but he was playing very well. I think averaging close to like 20 points a game. So I think he definitely still has a bright future. So happy to have this one. Won't be going anywhere for a while. Unfortunately, this one was a redemption, and Panini kind of screwed me on the auto there. Normally his autos are pretty good, but this one, they did send me one that went off sticker. So that was a little unfortunate, but we'll certainly take it. And then next up, probably the biggest pull of the year on the channel. Unfortunately, I didn't have many big pulls on the channel. I had a few, between maybe $200 to $400, but this one was probably one of the biggest, if not the biggest pull. At the time, these were doing like $700 to $800. Now they've come down a little bit since then. I think he's been injured, maybe off and on. I haven't really kept up with Lamelo too closely, but this one did come out of the Obsidian White Pulsar packs. If you guys saw my biggest pulls ever on the channel, the video I made, I believe last week, this one did make the cut. So very cool pull. Was really surprised. It was the first card of the pack, so it really caught me off guard. But really cool one there. I love the look of that one. And then this one was actually a very recent pickup, which you guys might not have seen. So I actually picked this one up from a local guy. Shout out to Clay. Appreciate the deals. He always gives me really, really good deals. But he had 2 Evan Mobleys. I believe he hit them in breaks, maybe with Hitman. I know the other card came from Hitman, but I picked up the Select Gold Evan Mobley patch card. And I originally planned on putting both of these cards in the last series of Fire Packs, but I was able to come up with a pretty good amount of chase cards. So I actually decided to hold on to this one. I'm a big fan of Panini 101. Love the look of the card. I think Mobley has a lot of talent. Cavs looking pretty good. On-card auto to numbered out of 49. And I picked up both of those cards for around $400, somewhere in there. The most recent sale on this card is $311 alone. So I was, basically very, very low risk. Wanted to hold on to that one, so that one definitely makes the cut on one of my favorite pickups of the year, the Mobley. And then this one was another pretty recent. I actually pulled this one a decent while back, but recently came back from PSA. So that's what makes this one a little bit more special, is it was a personal pull. So pulled this one out of the Optic Fast Break box, Franz Wagner red, which is numbered to 85. I've already mentioned, love the Magic team, super, super young, ton of talent. Him and Ben Caro are basically like the 2 leaders on the team as far as points go. So yeah, Magic, we'll see if they can ever start winning some games. I think they've actually been doing decent here lately. So maybe they are starting to turn it around. But PSA 10 on the Fast Break Optic Red Wagner. And then finally, I'm sure you guys knew what to expect. Now, I had to go back and look and make sure that I did pick up both of these in 2022. I did pick them up both in 2022, but it was a long time ago. I want to say like January or February. So had to go back and verify. But my Jordan Nwora 1-of-1s. So we have the Select Snakeskin Pulsar 1-of-1. That one did get a PSA 9. And then we also have our Contenders Optic 1-of-1, which eventually I am going to get this one graded. The centering is definitely off on it, so I feel like that's kind of just been holding me back on it. But eventually I will get it graded. It's been a card saver forever. But just, for whatever reason, haven't sent it off yet. So anyway, these are definitely my favorite 2 pickups of the year. We'll see what happens with him. I don't know if I want him to get traded or what. He just doesn't get a ton of minutes. I feel like when he's definitely been getting more this year, and he's put up some points, at times in games, but I just don't think he gets enough consistent minutes, to be able to contribute consistently. So I don't know. We'll see what happens with him. I've definitely slowed down buying Nwora just because I don't know if he's ever going to get time. So anyway, definitely my top pickups of the year, the 2 1-of-1 Jordan Nworas. So that is going to do it for the look at my top 10 favorite pickups for 2022. Let me know your favorite down in the comments below. We'll definitely be interested to know. I'm going to go ahead and wrap this one up, and I will see you soon.